Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Chicago Bears.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Taken in the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
Check, check, lucky. Check 52, slide. 18. Alert 3. Kill. Lock in. Kill. Move. Switch it.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Not the best of starts here offensively. You're back home. You lost a couple games in a row, and here's an early 3-and-out to start things off.
And I think they were counting on being at home and having the home crowd carry them along a little bit to help things get better. But the bottom line is you don't get the crowd involved until you play better. They've got to create some first downs, some big plays, things of that nature to make sure that the crowd is right there with them.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Number 10.
A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On first down, Trubisky. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, just like last play.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 45-yard line.
2nd and 12. Now Trubisky. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Davion Taylor in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now Trubisky to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Again, it's Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, no doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They go play action with Hurts. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards on the pickup there. And it'll give them a fresh set of downs. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun, pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
The ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
A quick throw to the left flat, and he's got it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Number 10.
A big play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Elliott on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Eagles 14, Bears nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he finds Montgomery complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
On the carry.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Fletcher Cox able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They're going on 4th down. It's Trubisky. The catch made by Miller. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
4-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go play action with Trubisky. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On first down, Hurts going deep here for Watkins. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
Incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Number 10.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First down, Philadelphia.
A pair of first downs gives them a first and 10 up at the 44. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now throwing on first down and completing it. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Eagles.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Second and 7 at the 31-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Being chased out left.
Hurts on the keeper.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that...
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bears take over.
2-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Officially nothing on that one. No gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Hey, watch 85. Watch 85. Let's go, D. Let's go. Alert, alert. Alert, alert.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. There he goes right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Eagles 21, Bears 7. Jake Elliott to kick off.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And this carries into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
10 at their own 19-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. Taken in the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Second half will start with a run by Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll go again with Sanders. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Hurts. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here, it'd go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number 1 was getting a stop, wasn't it? So, big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Quick pass out to Miller. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Well, now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much and you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
On 2nd down now. It's Sanders. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down.
And an Eagle 1st down.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now 1st down carry by Sanders, well defensed as they'll hold him to just a couple. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. second down. Here's Hurts. Escaping the pressure, and a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack by Robert Quinn.
Like how they started the third quarter here. They forced a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Here's Hurts to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Davion Taylor, his second sack of the night.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now it's Trubisky. Staying on his feet. Flushed out right. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 22 yards there, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Steps away to his left. That's caught by Montgomery. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's what really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
At the Eagles' 23-yard
Throwing again on second down. Trubisky. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. Give him 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
1st and 10.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent game.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and
throwing once more, it's Trubisky. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Bears are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witch.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Nick Chubb. His second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. So what can the Bears do here as they'll go for 2? From the shotgun is Trubisky. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
The score, Bears 22, Eagles 21.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. taken about 7 yards deep. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Tackled at the 29.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Hurts. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action with Hurts. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And down to the 11. A big play there for Philly. 52 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Throwing is Hurts. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The ball carrier.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. Another run here with Sanders. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Elliott is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
At the 47-yard line.
Here's Trubisky. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
The 47-yard line.
2 minutes. 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 2 min
And that makes it a 9-point game.
Makes the score Eagles 31, Bears 22. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Avonte Maddox, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee.
Tonight's final score.
Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal, that's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Philadelphia, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.